Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about Dirt Rally. I'll be sharing my thoughts and we'll be digging deeper in the dirt. Codemasters have actually returned with a bang this time, giving us a rally game that we all have been waiting for, at least all the rally fans. This is probably the best game in its genre since the days of the original Colin McRae rally game back in 1998. I don't want to be talking about that because I won't stop for an hour. I remember playing that game and having such awesome memories. I think there were 8 or 14 cars in it. But anyways, I should stop talking about that game now. Getting back to Dirt Rally 2016, Codemasters have always been right at the top when it comes to simulation racing games, especially Rally. That's what I can vouch for. I'm sure they must have looked hard at this recent trend of games and decided that these other racing games had no clue what a racing game actually is. My initial experience, just like many others out there, was rough. I had in a few bang-ins here and there and I could not finish the stage completely with a perfect looking car. But although there are a series of well-done training videos that cover the concept of everything rally you need to know, for example oversteer, understeer, weight transfer and many more, they basically show the concept in action, giving you a solid crash course of actual rally racing. You could check out that link in my description where I've actually merged all the training videos in one video so that it's easier for you to get around your rally. Dirt Rally this time have really put in their focus on the tracks you race on, spanning from the likes of Finland, Sweden and Greece along with Germany, Wales and Monte Carlo. Each and every track has its own personality. You're never going to feel the same racing on different surfaces. It clearly shines out through the realistic handling of the surfaces. Driving on the concrete is different from asphalt. The texture of gravel and dirt feel completely different. Take my word for that. No matter using the same car in Greece, but you're going to have a different time when you use that same car in Sweden just because of the realism the game has to offer. Even after this game being so famous around the steering wheels, using a controller, the connection between the player and the road is incredible. So it's not like you need a steering wheel to win the game. You can win your games using a controller, but you need a steering wheel if you want to compete in those leaderboard sections. If you want to be at the top of those time trial giants, you need a steering wheel. That's a clear cut yes. The other thing most of us will quickly realize, the removal of an on-screen map, which clearly adds to the realism of the game. In its place we have a co-driver who is a calm gentleman and well researched. The co-driver has studied the track and gives you quick and clear instructions. When he says don't cut, don't even doubt it, because you're going to get your car cut into pieces and even your controller. It depends how frustrated you get. Anyways, although I've heard some people say that it would be nice to have some different options for the voice, maybe some new accents and maybe even a female co-driver, that would be great. But anyways, that would just add more variety to the already well-shaped game. Someone said to me they would pay good money to have GLaDOS in the passenger seat. Anyways, moving on. The graphics for every region is breathtaking. The regular rally racing is gorgeous. You gotta take my word for that. You just gotta see it to believe it. The sound of the game purely is another major attraction to many out there, which includes me. I'm sure you're gonna love it too. Listening to a car game usually gets old fast. It's happened to me in Need for Speed and many other racing games, but I don't think I'll ever get tired of the cacophony of an engine popping and crackling sounds. They surely are a treat to your ears. You gotta take my word for that. Double the time. Every car sounds different and adds the realism we expect from a rally game. The cars handle well enough that you know your failures and success are yours alone. So you can't blame the track or you can't blame the game for some sort of a glitch or something. It's just you who are totally responsible for your failure and totally responsible for your success. Anyways, we're dealing here with one of the hardest and the most profound racing games of recent times. Dirt Rally increases the basics of the sport, but how much risk are you willing to take while knowing that every mistake is punished mercilessly? The career mode is straightforward and lets you traditionally start with older, slower models. Prove yourself in it and you're soon behind some really serious rally monsters. In the meantime, you notice how diverse and profound behavior of each car is. Even between different cars in the same class can set a world of a difference in terms of grip, responsiveness and feedback. So I would suggest all of you gamers out there, when you start off, just pick up the Mini Cooper. It's pretty much the basic favorite of the entire community because it gives you an understanding of the game, of how the game actually is. Although you can't just master the game just driving the Mini Cooper and then jumping on to some supercar out there. You got to gradually progress. So I would tell you pick up the slowest car, which is the Mini Cooper. Once you're done with your rally, take on the legendary hill climb of Pikes Peak and get a whole new experience of this game that it has to offer. I'm talking about racing here with 800 horsepower monsters without a co-driver, without a map. It's just you and the monster you are in. So this game mode is really exciting. There are different stages. There's a whole course, there's a short course, there are courses with gravel, there are courses with mixed surface. You got to try them all out to know exactly what I'm talking about. Jumping on again to the other side of the game, in Dirt Rally you can also take part in the officially licensed World Rallycross events, race at the Leiden Hill, Hole Jazz and Hell Tracks in 6 of the fastest off-road cars. Remember to take the Joker Lap. If you don't know what a Joker Lap is, it's pretty basic and it just basically adds more strategy to your races. The Joker Lap is basically an alternate route that each driver takes once per session, be it a heat, semi-final, last chance qualifier or even a main event. Strategic use of this route at the right time can be the difference between winning or losing a race or even a championship. When you start off with Rallycross, you're going to be experiencing a few losses before you actually experience your first win. It's something similar to the rally section. Although you finish your rally race, maybe I don't think you finished it the first time you total your car, but anyways, that happened to me. You're not going to total your car in the Rallycross events, but you're not going to win. It is something like rally. It's going to take some time. You're going to need some time to actually start winning races, and once you do it, then you're going to just win races again and again, depending on who the opponent is and depending how much you raise the bar in terms of difficulty. If you're racing with the AI, you got to learn the braking points, you got to learn the tracks, you got to take your Joker Lap usefully. When I say usefully, you got to add some strategy to it. You just don't take it at the very first lap, you don't take it at the very last lap. You got to read the situation of the game. You got to see exactly how much lead you have. Is it a good situation to take it, and how far is the second racer behind you? That's when you take the Joker Lap, because when you're taking a Joker Lap, you got to make sure you don't lose any positions from there. You're taking a Joker Lap to your advantage, because every racer along with you needs to take it too. So when everyone's taking it, it is a good time to take it too, but again, you're losing time. So when everyone else is taking the Joker Lap, I would suggest don't do it. Just take the lead, go ahead. They've also got a player league support here. You can get together with your friends, create a league, and even join unlimited leagues, as many as you like. You can even create your league to the core. When I mean core, you can actually set the tracks, you can set the weather systems, you can select the vehicle restrictions, you can even select the option whether you can allow to restart a race or restart a complete event. You can have checkpoints, you can have your repairs set to on or off. They have so many options there. And if you're feeling a bit lucky with Dirt Rally, you could also try your hand at the daily, weekly and monthly online challenges. It's you versus the entire Dirt community in a series of 1 day, week-long and a month-long challenge to earn in-game credits to improve your car and your team. This is a really exciting feature. Basically, it's everything randomized. You can sometimes get even a Pikes Peak event. You can sometimes get even a rally or a Rallycross event. It's all mixed up and it's everything live, and it's you versus the entire community. So you can check in your score sheets compared to you and your friends and the entire world, and you actually get in-game credits in this. It's not like the league. In the leagues you don't get any credits, but in this one you do, and there are no retries in this one, and you can't select your cars in this one. It is everything set by the community. You just got to pick it up and race. And if you don't have that car, you got to make sure you buy it, and if you don't have the money to buy it, you can't participate in it. So basically, if you want to earn some credits, you make sure you spend some money on your cars and upgrade your garage. My final thoughts would be that Codemasters have crafted an almost perfect racing game with Dirt Rally. Some players may complain on how steep the learning curve can be for this game, but the true rally experience is represented here in spades in terms of graphics, sound, gameplay and realism. This game is top notch when you compare all those specs to it. Failures on the tracks are painful for sure, success is glorious. This is a game that rewards paying attention. It's hard, demanding and challenging, but never unfair. And when you, my friend, master it, it's clearly the best of Swiss watches.